Okay, so this is Jana. I'm going to be explaining the week 9 math AMS quiz. Okay, so for the first question, the easiest way to solve this question is using the cosine rule. Okay, for the first part of this question. So the cosine rule, for the people who forgot, it's cosine of an angle. Let's just use angle A. Actually, that's us when we flip it around, because I'll show you the basic rule, and then I'll show you the rule, the way we shift it around to use it in this question. Okay, so the basic one is any side will use A, so A squared equals B squared another side plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of whatever side length you put there. So the big, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so cosine A. Okay, so that's the basic rule that everyone should know. Okay, but for us to use this rule in this question, we can switch it around a bit. Okay, so we're gonna go, because we want to find the angle of LKN, so we want to find angle K. Okay, so we're gonna shift it around. So we're gonna say cosine of A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. Okay, so that's how we shift it around to use it in this question. Okay, so now let's fill in the values. Okay, first let's make it a triangle so we can use it. Okay, so we'll just put LN there. Okay, and make this a triangle. Why is it not working? Wait. Okay, there we go. So that's the triangle we're gonna be using. Okay, we need to find angle K. Okay, so cosine K equals B squared. B and C can be any of these sides. Okay, but the A here, this A, has to be the side facing opposite the angle we need to find. So here we need to find K. So the side facing opposite it is LN. Okay, so A is going to be LN. Okay, so cosine K, we don't know what K is, so we keep it empty. Okay, then B squared, so it can be this side here or this side here. They didn't give you any value for these two sides, but we know that this is a parallelogram, so opposite sides equal the same value. Okay, so here MN and LK equal the same number. So MN is 3, so LK is 3, so 3 squared plus C, so C is KN. So they also don't give you KN, but because it's a parallelogram, the opposite of it will be the same thing, equal to it. Okay, so the opposite of it is LM. So KN is 5, 2. So 5 squared minus, we need the opposite of K, so LN. LN, they give you, it's 3.2. Okay, so minus 3.2 squared over 2, 3, 5. Let's do it on our calculator. If we do it on our calculator, wait, let me do it. Plus 5 squared minus 3.2 squared over 2, 3, 5. Okay, we get 0 equals cosine K equals 0.792. Okay, so let's do shift cosine answer, and we get 37.6. Round it up because they're telling you to the nearest degree, you get 38. Okay, that's the first part of this question. The second part, they're asking you to find the area of the shaded region in centimeters squared. Okay, so the area of a sector, so the area of a sector is this. So this is the area of the sector. Okay, but then they're asking for the area of the shaded region. Okay, so this area here. So what a normal human being is, and I'm pretty sure we're all normal, we're gonna take the area of this parallelogram and they're gonna minus it by the area of this sector here, and then you'll get the area they want, okay, which is this part, okay? So first, let's find the area of the parallelogram, okay? The area of a parallelogram is base times height, okay? So base times height, we have base. Base is any of these two, okay? LM or KN, because we only have the value of LM, so it's 5. So base is, okay, the base equals 5. And then the height, we don't know the height, but let's find the height. Height is very easy to find, okay? So let's just do this, okay? We're gonna use this triangle here, okay? So we already have like the value of the angle K, okay? The angle here, okay? So we know that's 38, okay? So let's just keep sine 38. We're gonna use the sine rule here, okay? So sine 38, sorry. Sine 38 over 38 over h equals, we have the angle here and we also have this side, so we can use that. So sine 90 over LK, which is the same value as MN, so 3. So let's do that on our calculator. So let's do 3 sine 38, 3 sine 38 over sine 90, which is 1, but let's just keep it there. We get 1.846 high. Keep this on your calculators for now. So that's base. That's the height, sorry. So multiply it by 5. So do answer times 5. We get 9.2, okay? 9.2. So that's the area of the parallelogram, okay? Now, let's keep that aside. Let's put it here, 9.2, okay? Now we're gonna find the area of the sector. So the area of this here, okay? The area of a sector is, okay, the area of a sector is whatever angle you have. Here we have 38, okay? So 38 over 360. It's always over 360. So over 360 times pi r squared. Here they told you the radius is 1 centimeter. So 1 squared is 1. So just forget about it, okay? So we do on our calculators 38 over 360 pi. You get 19 over 180 pi, okay? We keep it in pi. We can keep it in pi, okay? 19 over 180 pi. Now, go on your calculator, minus 9.2 by 19.180 pi. You get 8.86. Rounded to the nearest digit, you get 9. And that is your answer for part B, the first part of part B. Okay, now they're asking for you to find the perimeter of the shaded region. Okay, perimeter is like all the values of everything, every single side, okay? So here, like the known ones are LM, which is 5, so 5 plus, okay, plus we have MN, which is 3, and we have GN. Okay, we have the value of KN because it's the same as LM. Okay, but GN is KN minus KG. We know that KG, okay, is 1 because it's the radius. 1 is the radius, so that this is a full circle here, okay? This here is a full circle, and this is the radius, so it's 1. So 5 minus 1, which is 4, so plus 4. And then let's just forget about this part here for a moment, because that's the most complicated. Plus 4, sorry, I erased that. And LH, okay? LH is also KL minus KH. KH is 1 because it's the radius, and KL because it's equal to MN is 3. So 3 minus 1 is 2, so plus 2. And then there's also one more thing we have to add. We have to add this part here. Look at me. This part here, okay? This part, we can find it by finding the circumference of the sector. How do you find the circumference of the sector? You do the angle, which is 38, over 360. I'm telling you, it's always over 360. Times 2 pi r, okay? So, r is 1, so we cancel it because you don't really need it. And now we do on our calculator 38 over 360 times 2 pi. You get 19 over 90 pi, okay? So plus 19 over 90 pi. Do it on your calculator. 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 19 over 90 pi. You get 14.66, so 15, okay? So when we go down here, it is also 15 centimeters, and that's the first question. I know this might be long, but we went into details, okay? Second question. 3. For me, the easiest way, okay, to be honest, it's like the easiest way, is to see which, like, wait, let me like zoom in. Which like letter is common between the two? Here it's n, so you cancel n out, and whatever you have left, you like that's your vector. So here we have mk left, so that's your vector, okay, and that is the answer. But if you want to look at it logically, let's like hide. Okay, so here they're telling you, okay, first thing, a vector is starting point, ending point. That's the two like letters. It's the letter of the starting point and the letter of the ending point, okay? So here they're telling us mn, they went mn, so they went like this, okay? And then you minus it by kn, so they also went like this. Here it's going like this, okay? So where is the ending point and where is the starting point? This is the ending point. This is the starting point, I mean, okay? And then this is the ending point, because not two ways are touching it, okay? So that, or you could do the way I do it, and it's literally the easiest, so you don't get your head confused, okay? So that's your answer. Question 4. Question 4 is the same thing. Here we have L, that's common, so cross it out, then you get KQ, and that's your answer. KQ. Question 5. Okay. Circumference of a circle, okay? The circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, okay? So here our r is 4, so it's 2 pi 4, so just multiply 2 by 4, it's 8 pi, and that's your answer. And then if one of the answers wasn't without a pi, do 8 pi on your calculator just to make sure that there aren't two answers to this question, okay? So question 6. Here they're asking for the area of a circle. The area of a circle is pi r squared, okay? So we have pi, and the radius, which is r, is 5. So 5 squared pi, that's one of your choices. And if they gave you, what's 5 squared? 5 squared is 25 pi. So if one of the choices was 25 pi, that's also an answer. But here, none of the choices are that. So you just put one answer. Question number 7. This also came last week's AMS, so I think we should all be like comfortable with it, but we'll still do it again. Okay, so in this question, we're gonna take the circumference of this shape here, and we're gonna equal it to the circumference of this, so we can find this angle. I'll show you like the equation, okay? Because what I'm saying is kind of confusing, okay? So first, the circumference of this, the circumference in general is 2 pi r, okay? Here, the what is it called? The radius is 10, okay? So 2 pi 10, so 20 pi, okay? So this is of this one, okay? Now we need to find the circumference of this one, which is 2 pi r also. And for this shape, or this cone, diagram, whatever, the circumference, the radius is 4. So 2 pi 4 is 8 pi, okay? So 8 pi is equal to, okay? This here, the 8 pi is AB, okay? The 8 pi is AB. So to find x, we need AB, and we need the circumference of the circle, okay? So it's x over 360 times 20 pi. Do it on your calculator. We can cancel. Sorry, I forgot to put the 0 here. Okay, so we can cancel 0 and 0. And we can also cancel here 2 and 2, 36 and 2. So this is 1. And this is 18. Okay, so here we have, let's just write it again so we can see all the values clearly. 8 high over 18 high. Okay, so we cancel the pi's on both sides, and then we have 8 over 18. We have 8 and 18, so we do cross multiply. We get x equals 144, and that's your answer. Okay, for the second part, we need the area of the shaded region. So we need the area of this here, okay? Okay, to find the area of the shaded area, we do the area of the triangle, okay, minus the area of the whole thing, okay? So the area of a triangle here, we're gonna use the sine, like the sine type of area, okay? So half of the two sides BC, and then sine x. We already found x, which is 144. So half of BC, so 10, and 10, and then sine 144. Okay, so if you do that on your calculator, let me do that, over 2, you get 29.389. 29.389. Okay, I like to keep my values on my calculator because sometimes you might do like calculations mistakes by rounding it, okay? So I like to not round it, okay? So now we found that. Now let's find the area of the sector. Okay, the area of a sector is x over 360, and then pi r squared. Okay, so r squared here is 100. Okay, so 144 over 360. R squared is 10 squared, so 100, so times 100 pi, you get 40 pi. Okay, so now we have 40 pi minus, let me look at the number we had from before, 29.389. okay, so I'll do it on my calculator. 40 pi minus 29.389, and you get 96.274. round it up to the nearest whole number, you get 96. Question number 8. Okay, in this question they're asking you to give them the surface area of a right rectangular prism, whatever. Okay, so the equation for surface area is SA equals 2B plus LA. Okay, LA is lateral area, by the way. Okay, and B is base. Okay, so let's find the base first because it's the easiest. The base is, because it's a rectangular, so its rectangle is B length times width. Sorry, our length is 6 and our width is 4. Okay, so 6 times 4 is 24. So here we have 224. Now lateral area is perimeter times the height. Okay, our perimeter is gonna be 6 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4, because it's rectangular, so the opposite sides have the same value. So we have 2 6 and 2 4s. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and plus 4 plus 4, which is 8, so it's 20. And then the height is 10, so plus 20 times 10, which is 200. Okay, so 2 times 24 is 48. 48 plus 200 is 248, and that's your answer. And it's very simple if you just memorize the rules. Okay, so for this part, for part A of this question, we're trying to find the radius from the volume. Okay, so the equation for volume is volume. Why does that V look like that? Volume equals pi r squared and times height. Okay, oh my god. Okay, so we have the height, which is 5, and we also have the volume. Okay, so 125 pi equals pi, we don't know the radius, so r squared, and then the height is 5. Okay, we can cancel the pi's from both sides, and then 125 we can divide it by 5, you get 25. Simple math. So 25 equals r squared, so r is radical 25. It's common sense, we know that radical 25 is 5, so r is 5 in this part. Okay, and that's your answer. Okay, for the second part is like the part that's kind of a bit more complicated. Okay, for this part there's another rule for volume, but this one's with cones. Okay, the rule for cones is 1/3. Wait, sorry. 1/3 pi r squared times height. Okay, it's technically the same thing as the like normal one, but it's only 1/3 that's different. Okay, so we're gonna find the volume of the cone, and then we're gonna add it to the volume of the cylinder. Okay, so we can find the total volume, obviously. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so volume equals that. So 1/3 pi stays the same. We already found the radius, and it's 5 from the other part, so 5 squared. And then the height here is nu, which is 9. Here we can simplify 9 and 3, so it becomes 1 and 3. So here it's 3, 5 squared pi. So it's 75 pi. And we already know from the other part that the cylinder is 125 pi. So 125 pi plus 75 pi makes 200 pi. And that's your answer. Here, 200 pi. Okay, and then a solid similar to that of part B has a volume of 54 centimeters. Okay, in this part we need to find the scale factor. Okay, whatever the scale. Okay, so the scale, this is like how you solve it. K is scale, by the way. So K cubed equals the second volume you have over the first volume you have. Okay, so in this question, K3 is the second one is 5400, and the first one which we found here, pi, don't forget the pi, is 200 pi. Okay, after all, you can just like cancel the pi's, you can cancel the 2 zeros, you get 54 over 2. 54 over 2, if you do it on your calculator, is 27. Okay, so K cubed is 27. You cubic form the 27, so you do. So on your calculator, you do shift the radical. It becomes like the radical of 3. And you put 27 there. So you get 3. And that's K is 3. Okay. So that's our scale factor. Okay. Now we need to find the radius of the cylinder. The radius of our cylinder in the first part was 5. So you just multiply by 3 and you get 15. And that's your answer. So remember, when they're asking you to find different volumes, whatever, the scale, whatever, you do K3 equals volume 2 over volume 1, and that's your scale factor. But that's not your answer. You have to multiply it by whatever they're asking for. Okay? Now question number 10. Okay, for this question, there's also another equation for volume we need to remember. It's V equals 4/3 pi r cubed. Okay, don't forget, it's cubed, it's not squared. Okay, so here we substitute the values. 4/3 pi, r is 6 centimeters, so 6 cubed. Okay, so 6 cubed is 216. Okay, so 4/3 pi times 216. Here we can simplify. This is going to be 72. This is going to be 1. 72 times 4 is 288 pi. And that's your answer for the volume. Okay, so for the second part, okay, so for this part, first we need to find the total volume. Okay, so we already know the volume of the sphere, and we found that it's 288 pi. Okay, don't forget the pi. The pi is like one of the most important parts. Okay, and here the volume of the water is 1 liter, but since we found our our volume of the sphere in cubic centimeters, we need to also use the water, like the volume of the water in cubic centimeters. Okay, so here they're already making things easier for us, and they already told you how much 1 liter is in cubic centimeters. Okay, so 1000 cubic centimeters plus 288 pi equals, let's do it on our calculators, 1000 plus 288 pi equals 1904.77 to the nearest like digit or whatever it's called. It's 1905, okay, centimeters cubed. Here we have the total volume. They want the height, okay, so they want the height. Since we have the total volume, can't we not do the equation for volume to find the height? Yes, we can. So the equation for the volume is pi, because this is a cylinder, pi r squared times height equals, we found already the total, which is 1905. Okay, so the radius, they told us it's 7, so pi 7 squared height equals 1905. 7 squared is 49, so 49 pi 49 pi equals 1905, and h is here. Okay, so we divide 1905, so 1905 divided by 49 pi, you get 12, h equals 12.37 at 3, you don't need to do that, or yeah, so it's 12. That's how you solve that question. Now 11. Okay, this question also came in last week's quiz and the AMS, so it's pretty important. They might not give you it again, but you still need to know how to solve it. Okay, so here they want the maximum speed. The maximum speed is v here. Okay, v is technically the height of this, like, you know, of this trapezoid. Okay, so we need to find the height here, technically the height. Okay, here they're telling you that the area technically is 63 kilometers. So this, all of this area here is 63, so technically it's the area, right? So we do 63 equals base 1, the area of the trapezoid is base 1 plus base 2 over 2 times height. Okay, so base 1 is this little one here, and it's between 7:50 and 7:05, so it's 45 minutes, but we want to use them in hours, okay, because it's easier. So you do 45 over 60, because 1 hour is 60 minutes, you get 3 over 4, which is 0.75. So 0.75 plus, what's base 2? Base 2 is this, from 8 to 7, so it's 1 hour, so it's plus 1 over 2, and then times height. We don't know the height, we're trying to find it. Okay, so 63 equals 1.75 over 2 times height. 1.75 over 2 is, it's 0.875. So you divide it by you divide 63 by the answer, and you get height is 72, and technically your height is v, so the speed, maximum speed, is 72. And then we want average acceleration in the first 5 minutes. Okay, so we found v, so let's just fill in the value of it. It's 70 72, okay? They want in the first 5 minutes, okay? So acceleration is distance over time. Okay, so acceleration is distance over time. The distance is 72, so equals 72. And the time is 5/60, because we said we need it in like hours, okay? So 5/60 is 1/12, okay? So 72 divided by 1/12 equals 864, and that's your answer. Okay, okay, to find the area of literally anything, you need to find the radius of it, okay? So here we'll do radius is unknown, so we need to find the radius. They told you the circumference is 12 pi, and we know to find circumference it's 2 pi r, okay? So cancel the pi's, cancel 12 and 2, so it's 6 equals r, so the r is 6, the radius is 6, okay? So let's keep that there. Radius equals 6. Okay, so now we want to find the area. The area is pi r squared. Area. So r squared, so 6 squared is 36. 36 pi. They say they want k, they don't want the k with pi. So k is 36. Question 13. Okay, so for question 13, okay, it's a bit tricky and all, but I think we can get it, okay? So we know from the diagram that all here of this is 15, and this is 90 obviously, and pi over 3 is 60. And if you want me to like show you how I got 60, pi is 180. In degrees it's 180, so 180 over 3 is 60, so that's degrees. They always give you it in like decimal fraction form. Don't ask me why, they just do, okay? So this here is 60, and this here obviously we know it's 90, okay? So from that's what the diagram gives you, okay? Now we need to find the length of RQ. You can never find anything to do with a circle without finding the radius, okay? So let's find our radius. Okay, to find the radius, there's a very easy way. We can use the length of an arc. Okay, the rule for the length of an arc. The length of an arc, okay, is equal to the angle, which is 150, because 60 plus 90. 60 plus 90 equals 150. Okay, so 150 over 360, it's always over 360 times 2 pi r. Okay, so let's simplify 150 over 360. And here, this and this cancel, the zeros cancel, and then 15 and 36 cancel because you can divide both of them by 3. So this is 12, and this is 5. Okay, we can also simplify this 2 here and this 12 here. This becomes 6, this becomes 1. So, and we know that the length is equal to 15 because they already gave you the total length of it. Okay, so equals to 15. So let's simplify it a bit, okay, so everything can be clear. Okay, so it's 5/6 pi r equals 15. Now we do pi r equals, you do 15 divided by 5 over 6. You get pi r equals, let me do it on my calculator. 15 divided by 5 over 6. You get 18. Answer divided by pi, you get 5.7. This is, 18. And then r equals 5.7. So it's, like the radius is 6, okay? So our radius equals 6, okay? Okay, so now we use literally the same exact rule just to find our Q, okay? So we don't choose the angle 150. We don't use 150. We use only 60, okay? So length of an arc equals 60 over 360 times 2 pi r. We can simplify this, okay? So you simplify 0, the 0 and the 0, and then 6 with 36 becomes 6, and then the 2 or the r, which is 6. So you, okay, we cancel the 6, which is the radius, with the 6. We get 2 pi. Do it on your calculator because they don't want it with a pi. So what is 2 pi? Put 2 pi on your calculator, equal it. 2 pi is 6.2. So it's to the nearest, that's like to the nearest degree or whatever it's called. It's 6. Question number 14. Okay, for this question, it's pretty simple. It looks very confusing, but it's actually very simple, okay? So they want the area of the shaded area. So the area of the shaded area means we have to do the area of the sector, the full sector, which is all of this, minus the area of this triangle, okay? So let's find the area of the triangle because the area of the triangle is the easiest. So I'm gonna use the one with sine, okay? So half AB, which is 20 and 20, because both of the radiuses are 20. So 20 and 20. Oh my god. Times sine 90. So let's do it on our calculator. Half 20 times 20 times sine 90. We get 200. Okay, so equals 200. So that's the area of the triangle. Now let's find the area of a sector. The area of a sector is, okay, the area of a sector is the angle, which here is 90. Okay, 90 over 360. It's always over 360 times pi 2 pi r. Okay, sorry, pi r squared times pi r squared. Okay, so the radius is 20. Okay, we cancel the zeros first. Okay, and the 9 with the 36, it becomes 4, 1 over 4. And then the radius is 20. So 20. So let's clear it up. So 4 pi 20 squared. So let's do that. 4 on the calculator, pi times 20 squared. You get 1,600 pi. Now let's minus the sector minus the triangle. Okay, so 200 minus 200, you get answer minus 200. Sorry, I did a calculation error with the area of a sector. I don't know how I got 1600, but it's 100 pi. So 100 pi minus 200, and they asked you to keep it like that, okay? So the answer is 100, sorry, pi minus 200. Now the last question, finally. They want the area of a sector, and they're giving us it easy, because it's like literally one rule and that's all you need to use. So the area of a sector is x, let's write the rule, x over 360 times pi r squared, okay? We have the angle, which is 100, so 108 over 360 times pi, and our radius is 10, so 10 squared. Do it on your calculator. I'm not even gonna cancel anything anymore, because our calculator can do that for us. Why would I do all of that? Your answer is 30 pi, and they're only asking for the number beside pi, so it's 30. And that's the week 9 math, what's it called? The week 9 math AMS quiz done. Hopefully we all get hundreds. I don't think it's possible, but hopefully we do. Good luck.